Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Prime. How you doing?
Man, first and foremost, I'm proud of you, all your accomplishments, the way you bring it on television, all you do. You're a commitment to excellence, and I love what you do and what you exude. I really appreciate it.
Well, this feeling is mutual. It's fun to be on with you today and hear some of those clips of you running around the bases at Yankee Stadium.
Man, it's so funny that in football, we understand the game has changed, but I rarely get to talk to baseball persons and personalities about how has the Major League Baseball game changed since you played?
Man, I think so much has evolved over the years as far as the premium placed on being power arms, bringing a lot of power arms. So, back even, when you and I were playing, there were a couple guys per staff that were, in that mid-90s range. Now it seems like every guy they bring out of a bullpen, for 15, 18 pitches is throwing 98 miles an hour.
Wow.
It's really remarkable. I think that the premium on hitting the ball out of the ballpark combined with working the count in a lot of ways has been good, but in a lot of ways it's slowed the pace down. And now you're hearing all this talk about, well, we got to pick up the pace in Major League Baseball, something I agree with. But that premium of seeing pitches, getting on base, and getting the ball in the air and hitting the ball out of the ballpark, it's become something that players are really trying to curtail the game towards.
This is Aaron Boone. We're on the Rich Eisen Show. This is Deion Sanders. I'm filling in for Rich Eisen. Aaron, I love these road games. Like, I love to see Puerto Rico play against, Dominican or USA. Why can't we capture that same intensity and excitement in Major League Baseball as it's presented in those games?
You know what? Hopefully we're getting more and more towards that. And I agree with you. I was and I didn't go into this WBC season like necessarily looking forward to it or not like, oh, I've got to watch this, but I found myself having to watch it because it was so fun to watch. It was so entertaining. You could feel the intensity of the games. You could feel the urgency of the games. So it really did feel like the playoffs. And I just think in today's world now, that 162 game schedule, while it weeds out the pretenders, it also creates some times where there does lack that urgency or that intensity. And I think at the WBC, especially when you're playing for your country or your nation, the intensity, the urgency, the excitement, I felt like it was real and it came across the screen.
I'm a high school baseball coach. One of my friends, dear friends from Canton, Texas, who just texted me a minute ago, Jeff Priest, he's the high school baseball coach there. We love it. We do what we love. We love what we do. What would you say and what advice would you give to high schoolers now upon trying to continue their efforts in baseball, college or pro?
Really dive into your craft. I think sometimes, I get frustrated sometimes with high school and even college with, they micromanage the game so much, and we're gonna put an emphasis on particular plays or whatever. But I think it's really important to be out there. If you're an infielder, man, the way you get good is you take a lot of ground balls.
Right.
You work on your fundamental. You're in the batting cage working on your game. You're in the weight room working on your body. Those kind of things, the things that ultimately are going to, get you to the highest level that you're capable, that your God-given ability is working on the handful of things that make you great, not the, I'm going to get great at this bunt play or this sacrifice bunt or all this. I'm great as a shortstop. I can pick up a ground ball better than anyone in the world. That's how you get to the highest level that your God-given ability will allow you to.
Okay, this is something I got to apologize for. Again, it's Aaron Boone on the Rich Eisen Show. I'm Deion Sanders filling in for Rich. I got to apologize to your family, especially your brother. I don't know if you heard about this, but we had a run-in in the dugout, I believe in San Diego, years ago. They threw at me and hit me And so, we had to retaliate. We threw at them and hit them, and Brett went off because it was a tight game, and he didn't feel as though we should have been wasting that on them. So we got into it because I was mad that you would get upset that they would protect me. And we fought right in the dugout. I mean, it wasn't really a fight. It was like a 1-2 combination. But did you ever hear about that?
You know what? Yeah, I was actually, I think I was in town for it because at the time, that was when I was in college.
Yep.
Playing for USC, and I think I might have been at least at a game that series.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely hearing about it. But, those are things that, I think it overblown too, that how it is better than anyone playing multiple sports at the highest level.
Right.
Man, you're gonna fight with your brothers every now and then.
Yeah.
And you're with them every day. And, I think people have a hard time believing that sometimes you can come out of it and it's okay. When you get after it with each other on a given day, you can also be friends and brothers and most importantly teammates and good teammates just because you have a rift. And I think that's all good and part of it.
And what's funny about it? If you ever played with Lenny Harris, Lenny is hilarious.
Coop.
So Coop was the one in the locker room afterwards. All right, y'all, just kiss and make up. This enough of that, enough of that. And we did.
Like him.
Yeah, we had to hug it out. But it was funny that Brett and I got into it, man. And I tell him, please, I understand what he was saying after, 20-some years, and I apologize. Okay?
I will pass that along.
Please pass it on. But, man, I appreciate you. You keep on doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you, man.
All right, thanks, bro. I'll see you down the road.
All right, God bless you.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.